everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am talking about a pen that is not owned by me but by James, and that is the Narwhal Nautilus. And I have had a couple of Narwhals, used a couple of Narwhals, but this is definitely the biggest one I have ever used. And I'm excited to show you guys a close-up of this pen because it is pretty exciting. Alright, let's switch a shot. Alright, here we are with the Nautilus, and this is a very black pen, as you can see. There are a couple of finishes of this pen, but this is the finish that is all black. And James had a hard time picking which one he wanted, because there's like a bronzy version. And there was this beautiful, I think it was Brooks material version that we wanted to get, but we couldn't. It was like sold out everywhere. But anyway, he was torn between the bronzy version and then this one, cephalopod black. It's like, let's go for all black because this one has a black nib, and I think he made a really good choice. So this pen is quite an oversized pen by Narwhal. It is a piston filler and it is made of ebonite. Now this is a very big pen, but it's not very heavy, which is probably due to the materials used. It has these porthole ink windows, and it's really hard to see through them. I know the ink, like there's ink in there, but it's not completely full, so I was hoping to give you a shot of the see-throughness of this ink window. That is not a word, but anyway. And then here, the cap band is like weaves. It's so cool. So it's definitely a maritime inspired pen, and it is really cool. It's super cool to watch. Like all the trim is like blacked out, and then we have the clip, very usable, kind of like that clip. And then let's look at the nib and stuff. So it's a screw cap, as you can see, and there's a bunch of ink on the nib. This pen has been slogged around a lot. I should clean that off, but that's just what happens when you throw it in a bag and just leave it there for a bit. And as you can see, this has been blacked out, this nib. And it's, I think it's a number 6 nib. I'm pretty sure it's a number 6 nib, and they're made by Narwhal themselves. And then if I can get it to focus, there you can see the Narwhal logo on the nib. So yeah, it's a real beauty. As you can see, it's quite big. I actually have an 823 here, Pilot 823, which I would say is quite a big pen too. I should screw this in because it doesn't show the proper size otherwise. And as you can see, they are very comparable. So if you like big pens, this is definitely the pen for you. If you like piston fillers, this is definitely the pen for you. If you like something with a funky ink window, also definitely the pen for you. Alright, clean off the nib a little bit. Not that it's gonna focus anymore. This is a steel nib. The pen comes with a steel nib. It retails at about $120. James and I bought it from Colt Pens, so it was a little bit cheaper. But I think this is definitely worth the money, even with a steel nib, because you definitely get a cool pen. And I don't think gold nibs are necessarily better at writing. Narwhal Nautilus, we got a medium nib. Now I must say that this nib is extremely, extremely stiff. Like, it feels stiffer than other steel nibs that I've used. It's kind of weird. And due to the stiffness, it also feels a little dry. This is not my general experience with Narwhal, which is weird. So it's a little dry. It does not skip. So it's just, it doesn't just lay super amounts of ink on the page. Now, you guys know that my favorite writing experience is a soaking wet writing experience. This is not the pen that gives it to me. However, it is completely personal preference right there. So this is a completely functional nib. The ink, by the way, is Diamine Monbato's hat. And I don't know the wetness level of that ink. It might be playing a role in there. But yeah, as I said, the wetness level is completely personal preference. It is possible that we can do something about the wetness level of this, but it is just very stiff, which contributes to the dryness. So, I don't know. It's like impossible to push it to do anything. I wonder if it's the coating on here that makes it so stiff, because this, of course, didn't start out as a black nib. It was coated in something. But yeah, it is really stiff nib. If you like stiff nibs, definitely go for this. It might be a fluke, because as I said, this is not my experience with other Narwhal pens. Anyway, do you think it's worth it? Yes, I think it's worth it. It's a piston filler with really cool holes to see the ink in ink window. It has a really cool shape. It is light but big. I think it's a very usable pen. If you don't like piston fillers or big pens, don't get it. If you do, I'd say it's a really good option. Anyway, hope you found this informative. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments and I'll try to get back to you. Hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.